What would happen if the crypto market, especially Bitcoin, were to mirror and follow exactly 2021 crypto bull market? Of course, in the crypto space, we don't repeat history exactly, but it does rhyme, right? There are similarities from the previous bull markets in every single halving after Bitcoin. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys what would happen if we were to have something similar to that. A Bitcoin following that same pattern that it did last halving, last bull market, last election, right? Post-election. So these are things to look out for, similarities that we can look at, compare to the past, and we can make decisions based on it, right? Because we want to take, our goal, guys, is to take profits, not exactly at the top, but at least near the top of the bull market, the euphoria stage. And the more information we have, the more, info that we have regarding looking back at the past, comparing on when's the best time to take, that's going to help us a lot to make our decisions on when to sell and buy. So the question here is, what would Bitcoin do next, right? What will happen next if Bitcoin were to mirror and follow exactly 2021? Well, we know that after the halving back in 2020, we were still recovering from a black swan, which this time we didn't have a black swan. We had actually, Bitcoin broke all-time highs. So we are, in my opinion, this time even more bullish. But the difference here, guys, is that I believe comparing to last halving, Bitcoin is slower to take off, meaning it's less volatile than last halving. That's because if you look at all the previous halvings, Bitcoin takes a longer to take off after every single halving. You can look at that on the charts. It's right there. So what I believe will happen is we're already months out after the halving. So I would expect Bitcoin to start to take off very soon. It might even be in the end of November, December, maybe even January. And the reason why I say this is because if you look at every halving, Bitcoin takes a little longer, right? So last halving, Bitcoin started to really go up in October, November, and we had the election in 2020, right? In the election, it didn't affect Bitcoin that much. There was like no sell the news event. Bitcoin didn't crash, right? It actually took off October, going into November, and going into the new year, into 2020, regardless of who won, right? We remember last election, regardless of who won, Bitcoin just took off. And yes, we can see a big part of that is regarding the stimulus checks, right? Which over time increased inflation. But here, we're in a very similar situation because we have interest rates trending down. Similar to during that time. We had interest rates trending down, coming down. But that time, on top of that, we had stimulus checks because of the situation that we were at that time. So we're in a very similar situation. We have the elections coming out very soon. And I said this many times before, regardless who wins, I still believe we're gonna have a very euphoric bull market. Now, I do believe if Trump wins, that bull market might last longer, right? Which is great because that gives you more time to take profits. So I really do hope that happens, right? Especially with what he's proposed to do with income tax. He's saying that he's going to abolish it, but increase tariffs. That's going to be bullish for crypto too, because you're not, there's going to be a lot more profit, especially having more time to take profit if the bull market lasts longer. Now, following 2021, right, if we were to be very similar, Bitcoin, I would expect Bitcoin to make a huge next leg up here, possibly to 80, 90K, going into possibly mid-November to December, okay, or even going into January. So that's, if we were to mirror last bull market, that's what I would expect Bitcoin to do. Have another major leg up, breaking all-time highs, going to probably like teasing 100K. I would expect Bitcoin to tease 100K before the end of the year. Okay, so Bitcoin will do something like that, kind of tease 100K. Then, January, February, that's when I believe Bitcoin will have another leg up, right? Possibly to 120, 150, heck, maybe even 170 in April. And the reason why I say that is because back in 2021, we topped out in April. Bitcoin just went, crazy, parabolic, going into and topping out in April. And then what happened was we came down, we retraced down, going into the summer, right, July, August. But then we made another recovery, coming back, going into October, and then topping out, double topping in November. And this was last previous bull market. So if we were to do something similar to that, if we were to mirror that, we would top out sometime either in April or May, maybe even June, because like I said, Bitcoin is taking longer this time. Okay, so possibly sometime in the spring, Bitcoin will top out and then kind of have a retracing back down, a dip going into the summer, and then coming back and making maybe a double top or even a higher high in the fall going into the winter, possibly November or even December of 2025, which is Q4 of 2025, which a lot of people believe that's going to be the top. But I'm saying this, if we were to mirror 2020, we would top out in the spring, which is possibly, what is that, Q2 or 1, right? I think Q2. Retrace back down, Q3, right, going into the summer, then come back in Q4 and possibly top out. Now, we might not actually do this, okay? There's a big chance we might have a blow off top and then just trend down and down, right? But I believe it's very situational. It's something that I'm going to be looking at and giving you guys updates, because if we do reach the crypto market cap to around 7 to 8 trillion, that could be very well the top, the blow up top, right? And again, it's very situational. If Trump wins, we might come down and then we might come back up, right? If Kamala wins, we just might have that blow up top and never come back up to retest it or double top or something. So it's all very situational, but I do believe that 2025 going into the spring should be very, very bullish. The reason why is because once crypto starts to move up vertically, right, with Bitcoin going up, and that's the thing too, Bitcoin dominance is going to move first. Bitcoin's going to move first, then the markets are going to be delayed moving with Bitcoin following Bitcoin's move. So that's the other thing you got to understand. But once the crypto market starts to move up, the momentum goes up. The momentum is very, very fast, and we're going to go vertical very, very fast. It's not going to be like multiple years, you know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion, guys. If we were to mirror 2021, again, we don't always repeat the past, but it does rhyme, and we might have a very similar situation going into next year. So I just wanted to share with you guys, because I want to make sure you guys understand all these situations, all these scenarios, because it does matter. It does matter, and it's very similar to 2021, guys. I mean, we had the halving, Bitcoin's trending up, and we have the election coming up. And after the election, after last election, Bitcoin just went vertical, which I believe Bitcoin is going to do again, right? I'm not going to bet against this. Why would I bet? There's so many people that are bearish right now. Why would I bet against Bitcoin, as its momentum been up since the bear market? The halving happened, and it's been trending up. It's been basically forming strength at its previous all-time high, and we have the election coming up, and we have interest rates coming down, and we have the ETFs buying. Like, there's so many pros, there's so many bullish things going on for Bitcoin in the crypto space right now. So in my opinion, there's no reason to be bearish. And even if we have a black swan, even if Bitcoin has a big crash, I'm bullish. I'm gonna be buying, because I believe long term we're gonna have that euphoric bull market, which I'm waiting for it to take massive profits. So I'll keep you guys updated. If you're still watching, thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget to like, comment below what you guys think. Join the free Telegram Cryptopolis, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.